All right, Michael Taccio, 26-01177.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Friedman, are you there?
He may be on record with another judge at the moment.
Okay, just hang tight, Mr. Taccio.
Absolutely, sir.
Your Honor, hi, the Lowell Friedman. I just was able to squeeze out of the courtroom.
No problem. Mr. Taccio had already let me know, and we were ready to wait if need be, but we could try to get you on and off here so you can get back to your other matter. So your appearance, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, Lowell Friedman, P5625 on behalf of Michael Taccio.
All right, Mr. Taccio, it's my understanding that there's going to be a reduction. The expired plate, no insurance, driver license suspended are all going to be dismissed. You're going to be pleading to, you know what? The no proof insurance will hit his record, Mr. Friedman.
Well, if it's going to his record, we're going to have an issue there. We weren't sure about that,
Yeah.
Judge.
So if they wanted to do like a public nuisance civil infraction or something like that, the no proof insurance is abstractable, and so that would revoke him additionally. So I know that's your goal. So let's see about getting Mr. Pavlak back.
And Mr. Pavlak was aware of that, Judge. I don't think he'll have any issues with that whatsoever. The goal was Operation Drive so we could restore his license. Clients hired me to file a appeal with the Secretary of State to restore his license. So I'm confident, Judge, that won't be an issue.
Yeah, Mr. Taccio, that's the best start that you can make, getting Mr. Freeman involved so that you could try. I mean, because obviously, your license was revoked for actions that are now 7 years old. And so you should be in a good position if you have the right attorney to make a pitch for yourself. But if any of this hits your record, then it's going to bump it for another year. So hang tight, Mr. Friedman. I'm going to find out from Mr. Pavlak if that was his intent to just have because the no proof insurance is a 0-point ticket. If his goal is a 0-point ticket, then there are other alternatives. So bear with me 1 second. I can just go ask him.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Friedman, the prosecutor said he's always good with public nuisance, which is the non-abstractable civil infraction. If your client would be willing to go that route, he would dismiss the no proof insurance.
Yes, Judge, that would be ideal.
All right, so Mr. Taccio, just to make sure you know this, so you're comfortable going forward with the plea, nothing that you're pleading to right now is going to extend the revocation. All right?
Okay. Yep.
It will keep you in the game for trying to get your license back, okay?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, sir.
All right, please put your hand down. All right, Mr. Taccio, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you hear and understand me?
Yes, sir.
Have you had a full chance to discuss this with your attorney?
Yes, I have.
And are you satisfied with his advice?
I am.
All right, you're pleading guilty to allowing a licensed person to drive and responsible to public nuisance. Allowing a licensed person to drive is a misdemeanor carrying with it a maximum possible fine of $500 plus cost entered to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. Public nuisance is just a civil infraction, carries a fine. Before you enter a plea, you should understand you have the right to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you at public expense. You have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury. At that trial, you'd have the right to confront, cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. You'd have the right to have the court subpoena witnesses on your behalf. You'd have the right to testify if you wanted to, remain silent if you wanted to, and no one could say anything about you remaining silent. As you appear before this court, you're presumed innocent of this charge, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Sir, do you understand that once you enter a plea, you give up all those rights that I just said that you have at a trial?
I do, Your Honor.
Once you plead guilty, there'll be no trial. You understand that?
I do, sir.
Anybody promise you or threaten you in any way?
No, sir.
It's your own choice to do this?
Yes, sir.
All right, July 9th of this year, 2026, were you in the city of Royal Oak?
Yes, sir.
Did you allow an unlicensed person to drive your vehicle, that person being you?
I did.
And do you plead responsible to public nuisance?
Yes, sir.
All right, satisfied, Mr. Friedman?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
I too am satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I will accept the same. I'm gonna set this for a review in 90 days. We'll place him in Operation Drive. Mr. Friedman, when you get him to the point where he has an actual hearing date, then we'll bring him in, sentence him, reduce fines and costs, and we'll go from there. So we make sure that it's a closed record for when he goes in front of the hearing officer. But I need to make sure that Mr. Taccio is gonna follow through on this. I know what you'll do, Mr. Friedman, if he gives you all the information you need. I just need to make sure that Mr. Taccio follows through, all right?
Yes, sir.
We will work together and get it done, Judge.
All right, thank you, Mr. Freeman. Good luck, Mr. Taccio.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you for your help.
All right, so is she back yet?
No, she still has.
So she's got Brown and Long and
Benton,
Benton and Young and Wells too. I think Mr. Yeshua is very well.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
All right, Mr. Yatuma, are you ready on Cowell?
Good morning, Judge. No, I haven't talked to Mr. Cowell yet. Is he here?
He's here, room 15. I'll get you in there right now.
Okay, yeah, I'll go in the breakout room with him.
And then his other client is here, ready to go. Any sign of Miss Blakeney for Mr. Kane?
Sorry, did you say my name again? I apologize, Mr. Kane.
You've been here, so what I do sometimes is I check with my staff to see if we have any updates on your attorney. Your attorney has been in communication with us. She's actually dealing with the case right now in front of my co-judge next door.
Okay.
And so she's keeping us updated, and therefore I'm gonna try to keep you updated. So I don't think it'll be that much longer, but that explains the delay. All right?
Got you. Appreciate you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Ms. Blakeney, I've got Mr. Kane here. Do you need to speak? I've got you set up for a breakout room, Mr. Pavlock, room 10, please. So, Mr. Kane, just as a further
Yes.
update, your attorney is here now. She's going to go speak with the prosecutor and see what their position is, and then come back and talk to you.
Got it. Thank you.
Padlock, room 10. There we go.
Judge, sorry to interrupt, but I just want to give you an update ready on Caldwell and Teeny.
Ready on Caldwell and Tierney.
Tierney, yeah.
And Ms. Chupak, are you ready on all of yours now?
Yep, we're ready.
Right. Let me start first with, I have a couple of civil infraction pleas that should be pretty straightforward. So Wells, 26-00999.
Yes, sir.
Marina Chupak appearing on behalf of Mr. Wells, who is present and consenting to Zoom. Can you state your name for the record, please, Mr. Wells?
Trayvon Wells.
Thank you.
All right, today's date and time set for a pretrial. Looks like you worked out a resolution where, it's a very, this is a misdemeanor that carries a lot of points, this drag racing ticket, but you've got it reduced down to a non-reportable civil infraction of public nuisance and a 1-point speeding ticket. Is that what I'm reading here, Ms. Chupak?
Yes.
All right, well, that sounds like a pretty advantageous opportunity, Mr. Wells, given the initial charge. Is that what you'd like to do, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, so to the charge of public nuisance and speeding 1 to 5 over, do you plead responsible?
Yes, sir.
The fine for the public nuisance is normally $500, and frankly, there are a number of tickets on his record, but the prosecutor's asking me to take it down to $300. I'm okay with it at the prosecutor's recommendation, but Mr. Wells, again, this could have ended up quite differently and much more expensive and much more damaging to your license. So you just got to be cautious going forward. Don't get caught up in nonsense, things that could put you and others in danger. So
I ain't even drove that car since that day. I'm not gonna lie to you.
well, Mr. Wells, I'm not saying that you can't drive ever again, and I appreciate the certainly the effort, but just be aware. I mean, I imagine you work hard for your money, and then I look at the times that you've had to pay tickets and stuff like that, and why why put the court position, why put the court system in a position to have a hand in your pocket? All right, so just, if you do get behind the wheel in the future, just be cautious, look around, don't get caught up in any other drama or nonsense, just stay locked in on where you need to go and get there, okay?
Right,
So,
right.
the public nuisance is 300, the speeding ticket is 130, the grand total is 430, obviously that's a lot of money. Mr. Wells, if I give you 90 days, 3 months to pay, can you knock it out?
Yes, sir.
All right, 90 days, time to pay. And I wish you luck, Mr. Wells.
I really appreciate you, Judge.
All
Take
right,
care, Mr.
you're all
Wells.
set. You can log off, take care.
Thank y'all. Okay.
Ventimiglia, 2600991.
Good morning, Judge. Marina Shupak appearing on behalf of Miss Ventimiglia, who is present in the courthouse and consenting to Zoom proceedings today. Can you state your name for the record, please? Unmute yourself.
Let's help her get unmuted.
My name's Clelia Ventimiglia.
All right, the prosecutor is looking to dismiss the misdemeanor, reduce it to a public nuisance, is that correct?
Yes,
All right, so ma'am, to the non-criminal civil infraction of public nuisance, do you plead responsible?
yes.
All right,
Judge, I would just ask for 30 days to pay the fine on that.
well, are we in a position now going forward that we can, make sure that the dog is leashed, make sure that there's not this sort of interaction with another dog, or, I think it's fixable pretty easily. Ma'am, do you feel that you'll be able to prevent this type of interaction with your animal going forward?
Oh, yes. My dog didn't interact with another dog. That never happened. The dog went after a squirrel. That's all that happened.
Oh, it's just the ticket said another animal, so you're talking, must have been a squirrel, right?
A squirrel, yes.
Okay, but then the dog ran away from you, I guess, for
No,
some distance?
No, he came back to me. After he'd done, the squirrel went up the wall and the dog came right back to me.
Okay, but he was not on a leash.
Right, exactly, yes. We were at the
Okay.
park.
All right, so just, again, I don't think that this is certainly a circumstance that makes Miss Ventimiglia public enemy number one in the least. And I will keep the fines and costs on the low side, but I trust that it was an eye-opening experience. I'm sure very concerning. Anytime your dog runs away for whatever reason, it's always, even if you believe they'll come back, there's still a pause that happens that you wonder if they will. So let's just make sure that we put safeguards in place in the future. Is that okay, ma'am? Can you do that?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
All right. Yeah, take it. Just figure out the fine, bear with me.
Okay.
He's the woman behind the first AI created short puppet music hit song that changed the everything. And it was revealed with little opinions. Some controversy.
Okay. All right, ma'am, the maximum fine on this is $500. I'm gonna set it at $75. All right, I'm gonna reduce it substantially. You think you can take care of it in 30 days?
Yes, I'll take care of it now, Your Honor.
Very good, ma'am. Good luck to you, okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
You're all set. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're
Bye-bye. What do
welcome.
I do with this? I give it back to them? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just give it, get back to the court officer, you're
All
good.
right.
Okay, so I've got Mr. Long and Ms. Brown and, what's that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And then Ms. Young. And then
Yes.
Mr. Kearney. All right, so So, couple things that I have to I have an inmate that I have to deal with right away, which is Mr.
Thank you, Your
Benius,
Honor.
and then I have to deal with Mr. Cowell. So hang with me, Ms. Chuback. I know your people have been waiting for a minute, but these custodies, I gotta get them going. So, all right, so Ms. Bigler, are you ready on Benius?
Yes, we are.
All right, I would imagine, is this going to be a, is he, offering a plea?
This is, yes, we're offering a plea and we'd like immediate sentence.
All right, that's fine.
The
Okay, Mr.
prosecutor-
Benius, can you
Yes,
hear me okay?
yes, I'm fine.
All right.
Relatively speaking,
Calling case number 26-01364 as well as 26-01118. The other one is a show cause, Mr. Bigler, that's not yours. The first one is the urinating in public, that it's my understanding is gonna be pleaded guilty to. Ms. Bigler, your appearance on the 364 matter, please.
Yes, Judge, and also the prosecutor has agreed to recommend time served. Your Honor, Joanne Bigler appearing on behalf of Mr. Benius. Sir, could you state your name for the record?
Leonard Dale Benius.
Judge, I believe I handled his other cases. Did I not have that one?
It does, I'm looking, I just was looking that up and you were on the other one. Just remember, I gave him 90 days jail and I suspended it immediately after 10 days served, and he was to avoid all criminal behavior. Any new offenses would equal 80 days in jail. So the new offense would violate the terms of our old agreement.
That is what I understand your sentence was on that case.
And so I can certainly give him time served on the new offense, but I told him to stay crime-free and that hasn't happened.
We
So-
did, Judge, if you're dealing with the show cause, I do have a question for you. Is there a possibility he is turning, I'm not sure when the 9th, is it 80 days from August 9th?
It'd be 80 days from the day he was arrested on the new charge.
I think isn't that August? 9th?
August 8th.
8th. Well, he has a special request. I don't know if you want to deal with it right now, but his request is that he be permitted to be out for his birthday, which is October 16th, which is his 75th birthday. Am I right about?
Yes. October 16th, 2026.
The church on 7th Street has indicated they want to honor him and acknowledge his birthday.
Oh.
May I say something? May I speak?
Mr. Benius, so
No.
hold on a second, Mr. Benius.
You will.
Yeah, this is, no, I mean, I'm not gonna make any sort of agreements. Mr. Benius is engaging in offenses of urinating in public where they basically are in essence also indecent exposures. He could be charged with indecent exposures on all of these because the individuals who see him in the community, he is exposing himself, and it is, as you can imagine, very unsettling, and certainly a negative experience for someone who's just walking down the street doing nothing wrong, not looking for anything, and Mr. Benius is there with his genitalia exposed. And he's fortunate that he keeps getting charged with urinating in public and not something worse. So
He indicated to me he had his back to them, but
I mean, those aren't.
Ms. Bigler, Mr. Judge Meinecke, I must have my turn. May I speak? Please, may I speak?
Go ahead, Mr. Benius.
Because
So
of the
here's my
nature,
here's my question for you, and then you can
yes,
speak.
yes,
You've been charged with, once again, disorderly conduct, urinating in public. Again,
the
this
charge
most
was
recent
simply,
offense, I'm gonna give you plenty of time. This most recent offense occurred on August 8th. The
yes,
prosecutor, the prosecutor is not reducing the charge. Your choices are either to plead guilty to this charge of urinating in public that allegedly occurred on August 8th, or to go to trial. What would you like to do?
I can plead no contest.
Yes.
I can explain the I can plead, that means guilty, but uh, with the ability to explain the circumstances, I can plead no
Agreed.
contest.
I agree. If you want to plead no contest, I'll take the plea and then you can explain the circumstances.
Well, then I believe that that is what I will do. I will plead no contest.
Okay, Mr. Benyus, please raise your right hand.
Yes,
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes,
All right, please put your hand down, Mr. Benyus. You're pleading no contest to disorderly conduct. I have to confirm a couple things. Can you read, write, and understand the English language?
yes, I do read English, write
Can
English.
you hear and understand me?
I hear you clearly, yes.
Very good. You're pleading no contest to disorderly conduct. That's a misdemeanor charge carrying a maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, actually 90 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. Before you enter a plea, you should understand you have the right to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you at public expense. You have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury. At that trial, you'd have the right to confront, cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. You'd have the right to have the court subpoena witnesses on your behalf. You'd have the right to testify if you wanted to, remain silent if you wanted to, and no one could say anything about you remaining silent. As you appear before this court, you're presumed innocent of this charge, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Sir, do you understand that once you plead no contest, you give up all those rights that I just said that you have at a trial?
Yes, I understand. I
And
want
once
to
you plead no-
represent myself.
Okay. Once you plead no contest, there'll be no trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Has anybody promised you or threatened you in any way to get you to plead no contest? Are you choosing this of your own free
No,
will?
I think my attorney probably is kind of nervous about this, but I can do this. I've done this before.
Okay, so it's your desire to plead no contest. You're doing this of your own free will.
Yes,
All right. Ms. Bigler, stipulate to the police report.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the basis for the no contest plea is potential civil liability, I trust.
Potential civil liability. He's mentally ill. Also, his knowledge, memory.
Lack of memory.
Yes.
All right, so I've read the police report. I'm satisfied there's a factual basis to establish that on or about August 8th, in the city of Royal Oak, that Mr. Benyus did commit the offense of urinating in public. All right, so
the charge was disorderly.
It's
Your Honor, the charge was disorderly.
it's
No. Oh, my.
Mr. Benyus, it's disorderly conduct. So, Mr. Benyus, under disorderly conduct, there's a number of different behaviors. You could have disorderly conduct, fighting. You could have disorderly conduct, unreasonable noise. You could have disorderly conduct, jostling. You could have disorderly conduct, urinating in public. So you have pled to disorderly conduct, but the explanation underneath it is urinating in public. So the charge is disorderly. You're correct. You're pleading to disorderly. All right. So is Ms. Bigler, anything you want to say before this court imposes sentence?
I want to indicate, Your Honor, that my client has been diagnosed as schizophrenic. He was at the time that he was arrested, he was not on medications because he wasn't able to get them. He is on medication now at the jail, and he's been doing really well. And he said that he's able to get his medication from hospitals and clinics when he's out, so that this won't happen again. And again, he would like it if he could be released if only for his birthday. Is there anything else you want to say, Mr. Benyus?
Mr. Benish, your turn. Anything you'd like to say?
Yes. I have absolutely no plans to do anything when I get out of here except the things I have to do. I have to go back to the Royal Police Department to get $500 worth of merchandise so that they will not be thrown out. I have to see. There were things that I have to do. I have to speak to my sister. Her birthday will be this Sunday. There are responsibilities that I have to my family, to my church, to myself. The charge, the whole view that the city has for me is that I am out of control. I am some sort of madman. What I have is stage 1 of a very serious mind cancer, but it's stage 1. I am so fortunate that I have always had only what a psychiatrist once told me, a little bit of schizophrenia. It's a disease that leads eventually to insanity when you're at stage 5. But even at stage 1, you do not know because your mind is permanently confused. The whereabouts, who is there? What, you are lost in your mind. I have been sitting in this cell for 30 days on top of the 10 days I already did. I think that's correct. No. Well, anyway, it's a total of 30 days. I've done 30 days. I've been in this cell for 20 days. My mind wrapped around and all the things that I've done. So it's not like I don't repent what I've done. I spent my mind is like lost, and all the things I want to do and all the things I am. It's like when you die and your mind rattles on instantly. They say when you die, your entire life flashes before your eyes. Well, when you have schizophrenia, your mind is doing that all the time anyway, way before you die. And so it's not fun having mental illness. I'm not enjoying walking around the street and just dropping my pants and showing my penis. This is not fun for me. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Benyus.
All right, so he's been in since the 8th, so he has 19 days of jail credit. The only, I can't imagine what it would be like for an individual to just come across and see Mr. Benyus engaging in this type of behavior. That's obviously a significant public alarm. The only thing that I will say is that it does not appear that Mr. Benyus in any of these circumstances is attempting to make an indecent exposure of himself for the purpose of, some sort of
No, what's your last name?
sexual.
Yep,
some-
have a
for
seat
some-
and put the chair right here.
some sort of sexual gratification or anything like that. Literally, he's just going to the bathroom. And when you go to the bathroom in public, you run the risk of individuals having to see that which they have no desire to see. So I do think there is, because of the repeat nature of this behavior, there is call for a more significant jail sanction. But I am going to at least work with Mr. Benyus because I do know that the local church that's trying to work with him would like to create a special moment for Mr. Benyus, and doesn't appear that he's had a lot of chances for any type of special feel-good moments recently in his life. So it is the sentence of this court that on the original charge, I told him I'd give him 80 days. I'm going to give him 80 days because he violated the law again. I give him 19 days credit, but I will direct the jail to suspend the time on October 16th so that he can be released early in the morning and then be available to participate in whatever the church has for him on his birthday, the 16th. On the new charge, it's 70 days in jail with 19 days credit with the same order that his jail time is to be suspended on October 16th so he can be released early in the morning to connect with the church. Waive fines and costs on these files. Obviously, Mr. Benyus, if I see you again, I can't be as accommodating as I am today. So you'll stay in through the 16th. They'll release you in the early morning hours, like probably between midnight and 1 o'clock. And then you'll be able to connect with the church and whatever they have for your birthday. You won't be in jail on your birthday.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
Good
You're all
luck.
set.
Good luck.
Thank
Mr.
you,
And then,
Fiddler.
thank you. And then Judge, the case, it's over then, right? When you say suspended, that's the end of it. There's
That's
no,
the end. Yes.
there's no if he gets picked up again, kind like the last time.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I ask, I'm sorry, one more. Could I have the case number on the show cause that was up today?
Sure. 26-01185. And the one you're here was 26-01364. All right.
I got this one. Thank you so much. Good luck,
Thank you.
Mr. Benyus. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Ms. Bigler. Thank
have
you,
a great
Ms.
day.
Bigler.
All right. We lost Cowell, right?
Someone from the Oakland County Jail said I'll put him back in a few minutes. So,
Okay, good. I apologize. I wanted to get to Cowell right away, but obviously we needed Mr. Benyus. There were special needs there. We need to take care of that one first. So sorry, Mr. Yutuma.
no, that's okay, Your Honor. I usually like to clear my calendar when I'm in the morning here. So,
All right, hang on.
but I'm
one
ready
second.
on. Okay.
Mr. Collins back.
So let's just make sure that the commitment order says that on October 16th, it can be released. At that point in time. Thank you. Okay, here we go. All right, so calling case number 23-02267, People versus Kevin Colwell.
Morning, Your Honor. Zeta 2 PA 4619 appearing on behalf of Mr. Caldwell. Mr. Caldwell, please state your full name for the record.
Kevin Cowell.
All right, hang on one second. Deputy, sorry that it took a little longer on Cowell, but Mr. Benyus was a K block and I felt I needed to get rid of that one first, so I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I appreciate you getting back on.
Thank
Also
you, Your
calling
Honor.
25-01638, People versus Brady Tierney. Mr. Yutuma.
Good morning, Your Honor. Zeta 2 PA 4619 appearing on behalf of Ms. Tierney. Ms. Tierney, please state your full name for the record.
He just needs to unmute.
You're muted, Mr. Tierney.
Brady Patrick Tierney.
All right.
Your Honor,
Also
also-
calling. Yes, Mr. Yutuma.
Yeah, Your Honor, I'm also covering Mr. Falick on Sean Wood.
I don't know if I have Mr. Wood here. Is Mr. Wood here? I don't have a Sean Wood yet checked in. So as soon as if I see Mr. Wood, we can call it. Also calling 26-01000 James Long, along with 26-00959 Tiffany Brown and 26-01038 Michelle Young. Ms. Shupak?
Yes, Marina Trupac appearing on behalf of Mr. Long, Miss Young, and Miss Brown.
Okay, so everybody needs to be unmuted. Mr. Cowell, Mr. Tierney, Mr. Long, Ms. Brown, and Ms. Young.
I'm on.
Everybody needs to be unmuted. Here we go. Okay, please raise your right hands. All right, do you swear to tell the truth?
Sorry.
Yes, Mr. Yatuma, what can I do?
Sorry
for
about
you?
that. Yeah, for Mr. Tooney, I'm requesting an adjournment for him for discovery.
I'm actually glad you cut in there. So, Mr. Tierney, you're going to be all set for today. I'm going to adjourn this matter. So we'll go out 2 weeks. I'm looking at September 10th. Does that work with your schedule, counsel?
What day is it, Your Honor?
September 10th
September 10th.
in the morning?
It should be 10.
Mr. Yatuma?
It should work in the morning, yes. September 10th.
Okay, very good. It'll be 9 a.m. in the morning. Mr. Tierney, just as a reminder, I just want to confirm that you understand all of your bond conditions, including that they set you up with. Are you being tested right now?
Negative. Actually, I am currently in a treatment center right now. I was clean about a
You're in a
month.
You're in a
Yeah.
treatment center right now?
Yeah, I've been clean like the last month. I just wanted to come here for a good state of mind because all that's around me is drugs. So I just wanted to remove myself from that situation.
That's great. What treatment center are you at?
I'm at Mariners Inn in downtown Detroit.
That's great. Okay, so
Right,
here's the
right.
deal. If you leave Mariners Inn, you need to contact Mr. Yatuma right away because the court's going to want to put some type of drug testing in place. If you're at the Mariners Inn, I don't need you to be tested there. So just continue to stay there, and we'll see you back here on September 10th at 9 a.m.
Copy that.
All right, thank you, Mr. Yatuma.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, let's try this again. Mr. Cowell, Mr. Long, Ms. Brown, Ms. Young, please raise your right hands. All right, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Cowell?
Yes.
Mr. Long?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Brown?
Yes.
And Ms. Young? Looks like I'm missing Ms. Young. All right, Mr. Long, go ahead and put your hand down. You're good for now. So we'll pass.
Looks like Miss Young is here. I see
Ms.
her.
Young, are you there? You just got to unmute, ma'am.
No.
Ms. Young?
I'm
please raise your
here.
right hand, Ms. Young. Please raise your right hand. I can. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Ms. Young. All right. All right, Mr. Cowell, everybody, Mr. Cowell, Mr. Long, Ms. Brown, and Ms. Young. I'll be asking you all basically the same types of questions, so please pay attention. Mr. Cowell, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes.
Can you hear and understand me?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Long, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you hear and understand me?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Brown, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes.
Can you hear and understand me?
Yes.
And Ms. Young, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes.
And can you hear and understand me?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Cowell, you're pleading guilty to possession of drug paraphernalia. That's a misdemeanor charge, carrying with it a maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. Mr. Long, actually, Mr. Long and Ms. Brown, you're both pleading to allowing an unlicensed person to drive and responsible to public nuisance. Now, allowing a licensed person to drive is a misdemeanor, carrying with it a maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. However, it does not go on your driving record. It will not extend any suspensions or prevent you from getting a license. The public nuisance is a non-reportable civil infraction. It does not go on your driving record or your criminal record. It just carries with it a fine. Ms. Young, you're pleading guilty to retail fraud 3rd degree, but getting the chance to keep that charge off your record by way of a delayed sentence. A retail fraud 3rd degree carries a maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. Okay, for all of you, you should understand that you have the right to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one to be appointed for you at public expense. You have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury. At that trial, you'd have the right to confront, cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. You'd have the right to have the court subpoena witnesses on your behalf. You'd have the right to testify if you wanted to, remain silent if you wanted to, and no one could say anything about you remaining silent. As you appear before this court, you're presumed innocent of these charges, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Mr. Cowell, do you understand that once you enter a plea, you give up all those rights that I just said that you have in a trial?
Yes.
All right, do you understand that, Mr. Long?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that, Ms. Brown?
Yes.
And do you understand that, Ms. Young?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Cowell, once you enter a plea, there will be no trial. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
Mr. Long?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Brown?
Yes.
And Ms. Young?
Yes, sir.
All right, all of you have received a plea bargain of some type. That is a promise from the prosecutor to reduce the charge in some way. Other than that promise from the prosecutor, has anybody else promised you anything, or do you feel like you're forced to enter this plea? Mr. Cowell?
No.
Mr. Long?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Brown?
No.
Ms. Young?
No.
In the end, is it your own choice to enter this plea, Mr. Cowell?
Yes.
Mr. Long?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Brown?
Yes.
And Ms. Young?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Cowell, directing your attention to December 16th of the year 2023. Were you in the city of Royal Oak?
Yes.
And were you in possession of drug paraphernalia at that time?
Yes.
All right, satisfied, Mr. Yatuma?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
I too am satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I will accept the same. Anything you'd like to say on his behalf prior to sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Caldwell's 30. He's 34 years old. He is a father of two minor children. He's currently engaged, and he does have a part-time job. And after his release, he will be admitting himself to a treatment facility out of Waterford. So I'm just asking that he be sentenced for time served.
What's the name of the treatment facility?
Meridian.
Mr. Caldwell, what was the name?
Meridian?
Yes.
Are you still, do you have any other holds? Are you still being held on that front of the court matter out of 16th Circuit?
Yes, I am. So I'll be taking care of that next.
All right. And do you have, is there still an open drug case out of Rochester that's still pending?
Yeah, so I just got that moved to circuit court. And that's I have a court date for it Monday, and then I should be getting probation for on the 7411.
Okay. Okay. All right. Is there anything you'd like to say, sir, before this court imposes a sentence?
No, just that, I'm just trying to take care of all the stuff that, kind of accumulated over time, and that, I'm looking forward to getting clean, and staying clean.
Right. Excuse me. So,
Bless you.
Bless you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So he was arraigned on the 12th on this. Let's see.
Yeah, and he was booked on August 11, 2026, according to the Oakland County Jail's website.
All right. It's a sentence of this court that you'll serve 21 days in jail with 16 days credit. By the time you go to court on Monday, you should have served this sentence, and you can focus on your other sentences or your other cases that you have to deal with. I'll waive fines and costs. And you're all set for today, Mr. Cole. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Head back, check in with your deputy.
Thank you, Deputy.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Long, directing your attention to June 5th of this year, 2026. Were you in the city of Royal Oak?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you allow an unlicensed person to drive your vehicle, that person being you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you plead responsible to public nuisance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Satisfied, Ms. Chupak?
I'm satisfied, Judge. Yep.
All right, counts 1, 2, and 3 are dismissed on motion of the prosecutor. Count 4 is the allowing. And count 5 is the public nuisance. It looks like Mr. Long was able to get his license back, which is great news. Nice job, Mr. Long.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And yeah, he's good. He's good to go, and the court will reduce fines and costs accordingly. Anything you want to say on his behalf, Ms. Chupak?
No, Judge, I would just ask because he did promptly get everything taken care of, that if the court is willing to do the lowest possible fine, he would appreciate it.
All right, so there are 2 remaining charges. He started with 3, and they could have all been very expensive. So I will definitely knock it down. Mr. Long, anything you'd like to say before this court imposes sentence?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. On the charge of allowing a licensed person to drive, the maximum fine on that is $500. I'll set that at 0. The maximum court costs are $500. I'll also set that at 0. The state of Michigan costs, I can't do anything on that. That's $125. On the public nuisance, the maximum fine is $500. The prosecutor is recommending, because of the amendment, that I do consider a fine, but they're requesting that I reduce that to $200, and I'm okay with that. So basically, out of the 2 charges, I've knocked out most of the fines and costs on the allowing, and $300 on the public nuisance. So the grand total is $325. If I give you 90 days, is that enough time to take care of it, Mr. Long?
I can pay it today, Your Honor.
All right, well, good job on sort of figuring things out, and let's just hold on to that license tightly now, okay?
Yep, that's my plan.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, Ms. Brown, directing your attention to June 8th of this year, 2026. Were you in the city of Royal Oak?
Yes.
And did you allow an unlicensed person to drive your vehicle, that person being you?
Yes.
And do you plead responsible to public nuisance?
Yes.
All right, satisfied, Ms. Chupak?
I'm satisfied, yes.
I too am satisfied. The plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I will accept the same. Count 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all dismissed. All right, so she has a permit, I believe. I don't think she has a full license yet. Is that right, Ms. Brown?
Yes.
All right, so do you have your road test scheduled yet?
No, not yet, but I should be taking it next week or the week after.
Okay. So she'll be in Operation Drive, but I think she'll be in it for a very short period of time. So,
Yes.
Ms. Brown, you saw the way in which I was able to reduce in a significant way the fines and costs for the individual before you. You saw that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the same thing is going to happen for you once you get that full license. So I just want to follow through and make sure you get it done. I'm sure you want the same thing. And again, whatever fines and costs we do give you, it will also be subject to a long-term payment plan. I'm just really grateful that you stepped up, already took the written test, ready to take the road test. That's a really good thing, Ms. Brown. So I'm going to bump this out 45 days. I think you'll get it done in the next 45 days, right?
Yes.
And so what'll happen is that you'll just zoom in again. You won't have to drive into the court. You just zoom in again, and we'll double check. You got a valid license? Great. Reduce your fines and costs, time to pay. Sound like a deal?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Brown, let's get after it. Good luck. I'll see you in 45 days, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, take care.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. Say 45 days. Okay, Ms. Young, June 15th of this year, 2026. Were you at the holiday market?
Yes.
All right, and did you take items that were offered for sale without paying for them? And was the value of the items less than $200?
It was, yes. But
Okay.
I also brought some items too.
Okay, so you bought some items but didn't pay for others. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
but the total, I have to confirm that it wasn't over $200. It was definitely less than 200, right?
It was $101.
Okay, all right. Satisfied, Ms. Chupak?
I'm satisfied, Judge, yes.
I too am satisfied that the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I will accept the same. I do think she's a good candidate for 771.1. Let's take a look here.
I agree. She does not have any criminal history. She is employed with company called Agistaff, where she does bus aid services and where she is
Well,
working. So
yeah, I don't see any priors.
right.
And I'm okay with an immediate sentence if you'd like to go to immediate sentence, Ms. Chupak.
Yes, I would.
All right. Anything else you want to add on her behalf before the court sets the terms of the delay?
Judge, no, just that she recognizes that this was a bad decision, and I think, you know, it says something the fact that she has a clean record up till now is I think it speaks for itself. I would just ask the court to give her a short term of probation potentially. And if the court's willing to consider non-reporting, I would ask, but I'll leave it to the court's discretion.
Okay, ma'am, is there anything you'd like to say before this court imposes sentence?
No, sir. I know it was a bad decision.
Yeah, you know, ma'am, it's one of those things where, you know, I look at your record and I look at the things that you've been doing, and really it doesn't make sense. It doesn't line up. You know, I have someone before me who makes this decision, but has made so many healthy decisions in her life. So it's not as if the court is going to look at you and automatically view because you made a poor decision on one day that all of a sudden it's like flipping a light switch and go from good person to bad person. My hope is that I have a good person who made a bad choice. And if I have a good person who made a bad choice, if they are truly good, they want to make up for it. They want to learn from it and make sure that they make amends and validate that at their core, they are better than the decision they made that day. So that's what I'm counting on from you, ma'am. I think you can do this, right?
Yes, I can. Yes, sir.
All right. Bear with me 1 second.
Okay.
As I endorse the file. Okay. It's the order of this court that I'm going to delay the sentence pursuant to 771.1. Certainly have goals here. I want to reduce the risk of repeat behavior, provide some additional education, and obviously make sure there's a full understanding of the consequences of criminal behavior, which are all goals that I think Ms. Young is going to achieve. I'm going to set the fine in the amount of maximum fine is $500. I'll set it at $100. Court costs could be $500. I'll set that 100. State costs are 125. There's no screening fee since I'm doing the sentencing right now. No arrest costs. There will be probation costs, but she can be placed on a long-term payment plan. She will need to make full restitution as well.
Okay.
But like I said, Ms. Young, you'll be able to pay that off month to month. Probation will set this up with you and you can put like a monthly payment plan.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, so while on delayed sentence, no contact with Holiday Market or any of the employees there.
Yes.
You to participate in an economic crime class, obviously making the full restitution. You're to provide 10 hours of community service. I know that probably I could be ordering 30 or 40, but I think 10 hours is enough. Ms. Young can give back to the community. It'll be 6 months of reporting probation followed by 6 months of non-reporting. So she will have to check in with probation to make sure we get the class and the community service done and the restitution taken care of. But the last part of her delayed sentence will be non-reporting and just make sure she's not engaging in any criminal behavior. I obviously want her to stay away from substances. Yeah, go ahead. Ms. Chupak, did you say something?
No.
I'm sorry, did I hear something? Okay. So obviously want her to stay away from substances, but I'm not going to engage in any sort of testing. Just right now, I want to focus on all healthy choices, all healthy behavior. Any violation could result in this charge being on your record and 90 days in jail. Ms. Young, I have no interest in that outcome. I've set up a plan that I think you're more than capable of following. None of this is, it's all holding you accountable, but nothing is so difficult that you can't achieve. You could totally do all of these things.
Yes, I can, Judge.
All right. Do you have any questions, Ms. Young?
No, I don't.
Okay. So you're gonna have a million when we're done, and that's okay. So probation will reach out to you. I don't want to put your full phone number on the record, but is that 4144 number still good?
Yes.
Okay. So probation will reach out to you, and they'll go through all this again, so you don't have to worry about remembering everything that I just told you. And then you and I will see each other in 6 months, and if we're where we're supposed to be, then I'll convert it to a non-reporting probation, and then a non-reporting probation that just stay out of trouble. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, ma'am. I'll see you in 6 months.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Appreciate you.
Take care. Take care,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye. You too.
All right, Ms. Chupak, is that it for you?
Yes, that's all. Thank you, Judge.
All right. You're welcome.
Yeah,
Sean Wood, 2601259.
Good morning, Your Honor. Zeta Two covering Attorney Bain Fairlick, appearing on behalf of Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, please state your full name for the record.
Mr. Wood, it's Mr. Wood, Sean Wood.
Sean Wood, I'm sorry. Mr. Wood?
Mr. Wood, can you unmute real quick? State your name, please.
Sean Robert Wood. Sean Robert Wood.
Thank you, Mr. Wood. Are you driving right now, sir?
I'm pulled over now.
We'll wait for you. All right, hold on.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm parked.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I have a notification here that there's a request to adjourn this matter. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. Yeah, we're just requesting adjournment.
Not a problem. So, Mr. Wood, we're going to adjourn this out 2 weeks. It'll be moved to September 10th at 9 a.m. So same Zoom information, same courtroom, everything like that. We're just doing this all together in 2 weeks.
Sounds good.
All right. Now, I just want to confirm one thing here. All right. So it's my understanding that you're engaged with medication-assisted treatment. Is that right?
Yeah, I go to Sacred Heart in Madison Heights outpatient treatment. Yep. I go there 5 days a week.
Obviously, you got to continue with that, continue doing your testing. Let's make sure we stay on top of this. All right, Mr. Wood?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm going to 9/10/26 at 9 a.m. on Zoom. Thank you, gentlemen. You're all set for today. Bond is continued.
Thank you, Judge.
Can you give me that date one more time?
No problem, Mr. Wood.
September.
9/10. So 2 weeks from today, September 10th. at 9
September
a.m.
10th. Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, William Kane, 2601046.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Edith Blakeney on behalf of William. How do you pronounce your last name again, sir?
Kane. Yeah, it's Kane.
Kane. Your Honor, this is the date and time scheduled for pre-trial. My client agrees to participate virtually. Your Honor, there is an offer for my client to plead guilty under 771.1. He will do that and plead guilty. Sir, can you state your name for the record?
William Kane.
Thank you.
Okay. Is your file on Richardson ready as well, Ms. Blakeney?
No, Your Honor, and this is not, no. I believe her case is scheduled for 11, and then I have Hone, if I could speak with him in a breakout room after.
All right, so Mr. Kane's been here, so let's take care of him on this one. Mr. Brennan, are you ready on Dantzler?
Excuse me? I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Mr. Kane, just hang on. I'm just checking to make sure if there's anything else ready to go.
We're ready, Your Honor. My client, though, is calling it, and he's just came on the board. Yes, we'll be ready, Your Honor.
Dantzler, if you can unmute for a minute.
Yes.
There you go. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Kane, we've got Mr. Kane on 2601046 with Ms. Blakeney. I also have Mr. Dantzler, 2600676. Mr. Brennan, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, James Patrick Brennan representing Mr. Terrell Dantzler, who appears by Zoom, and we have no objection to appearing by Zoom.
Great. Okay. So, and do we have a plea on your client as well with Operation Drive, Mr. Brennan?
Yes, Your Honor. That's the plea.
Okay, very good. So, Mr. Kane and Mr. Dantzler, please raise your right hands. All right. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So, if you got Mr. Kane.
Yes.
And Mr. Dantzler.
Yes.
All right, go put your hands down, gentlemen. Mr. Kane, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear and understand me?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Dantzler, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes.
Can you hear and understand me?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Kane, you're pleading guilty to possession of an unlicensed dog. That's a misdemeanor carrying with it a maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs up to 90 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. Mr. Dantzler, you're pleading guilty to allowing a licensed person to drive. That is a misdemeanor carrying with it a maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs up to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. We're then going to place you in our Operation Drive program so we can get to the bottom of why your license is suspended and see if we can figure out a way for you to actually get your license reinstated. If we do that, then I will greatly reduce your fines and costs, Mr. Dantzler. All right? Before you enter a plea, gentlemen, you should understand you have the right to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you at public expense. You have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury. At that trial, you'd have the right to confront, cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. You'd have the right to have the court subpoena witnesses on your behalf. You'd have the right to testify if you wanted to, remain silent if you wanted to, and no one could say anything about you remaining silent. As you appear before this court, you're presumed innocent of these charges, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Mr. Kane, do you understand that once you enter a plea, you give up all those rights that I just said that you have in a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Dantzler, do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Kane, do you understand that once you enter a plea, there'll be no trial?
Yes, I do.
You
Excuse me,
understand that?
there's like a lot of noise in the background. I can barely hear you. There's like a lot of background noise going on. I don't know if it's just somebody else talking or something, but I can't really hear.
Okay, I'm glad you told me. Mr. Dantzler, there is some background in your area. If you could walk to an area where there's less noise. Mr. Kane, I'll repeat that question. Do you understand that once you enter a plea, there'll be no trial?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Dantzler, do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Hold on. We just got to get Mr. Dantzler to a location.
All right. Yeah, I got you.
Okay. All right, Mr. Kane and Mr. Dancer, you both are receiving plea bargains, opportunities for either a reduction or dismissal.
Still didn't hear the last part of your, sir, what your
No,
sentence,
I
sir.
know. I know, I'm
This
with
is
you.
frustrating.
Mr. Dancer, are you in a spot where there's less noise?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Kane. And and continue to speak up if you do not hear me, because this is an important part of this, and I want to make sure you understand and hear everything that I'm having to say.
Understood.
All right, Mr. Kane is getting the chance to keep this charge off his record. Mr. Dancer is getting a reduced charge. These are promises from the prosecutor, okay? Other than these promises, has anybody else promised you anything or threatened you in any way, Mr. Kane, to get you to plead?
No.
Mr. Dancer?
No.
All right, is it your own choice to do this, Mr. Kane?
Yes.
And Mr. Dancer?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Kane, directing your attention to May 24th of this year, 2026. Were you in the city of Royal Oak?
I was.
All right, and were you in possession of an unlicensed dog?
I was.
All right, Ms. Blakeney, are you satisfied with the plea?
I am.
All right, I too am satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I will accept the same. Hold on 1 second for me, please. Okay. Okay, Ms. Blakeney, do you want to go forward with the immediate sentence?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is there anything you'd like to say on your client's behalf?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is 38 years old. The dog has been registered. He works full-time at Headliner's Barbershop. He is a father. We would just ask for fines and costs, Your Honor.
I mean, if it's a fines and costs sentence.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I did
There's no
speak for-
771. There's no chance to get the case dismissed.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Let me rephrase. I would ask for a short term of probation, 3 to 6 months, and where, well, Your Honor has read the report. So where the conditions for the animal are humane.
Mr. Kane, is there anything you'd like to say before this court imposes sentence?
I'm just trying to make sure that I'm clear on this. So I'm having a suspended sentence. So how long will it be before this drops, before this case is dismissed without any,
We're waiting for the judge.
Oh, okay.
So
That was my other question.
So, Mr. Kane, that's ultimately my call. The longest that I could keep this open would be up to a year. Now, that depends. A delayed sentence can ever be everything from reporting probation with all sorts of different requirements, or it could be just as simple as stay out of trouble, make sure that if there is, necessary care for the animal as far as licensing and immunizations and checkups and things like that, that those things are done and that there's no further criminal behavior. That's more along the lines of the type of probation. This is obviously not a drinking and driving charge or, some sort of assault and battery charge where the court has to put, more strenuous conditions, but we do need to make sure that this matter is addressed, dealt with, taken care of going forward, and then the case is dismissed.
Understood, Your Honor.
All right, so, but is there anything you want to say, or if you have any other questions, I certainly am ready to provide whatever answer, support I can give.
I love my dog. We went on a walk this morning. I would never harm her. So there should be no problem finishing this probation up with no hiccups, or finishing this, whatever, extended sentence up with no hiccups. I appreciate your grace, Your Honor.
All right, bear with me just 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Sent to this court that you be placed on a 12-month non-reporting probation. The max fine is $500. I'll reduce to $100. The max court costs are $500. I'll take that down to $100. State costs are $125. The state of Michigan costs, I can't do anything on that. There's no screening fee. There's no arrest cost. There will be probation costs. But the grand total all in will be $625. But he can have the entire time on his probationary term to pay that off. Pretty simple, straightforward stuff. You're to make sure that the dog and any animal in your care is properly registered, has shots, medical care, checkups with the vet, all that kind of stuff. Those are your requirements. So no new issues with any animal. Okay.
Yes, sir. Understood.
No new criminal behavior. And then just work out with probation. I do think it's always helpful. We'll set up I believe there's like an online animal education and care class. I'll make sure it's an online one to reduce the inconvenience, but I think it's always good coming out of a situation like this that we are as educated as we possibly can be. Now,
Understood.
I know that I set it for 12 months, but I'm going to set it for a final review in 9 months. So if we get everything done by 9 months, then I will discharge you early and dismiss it early.
Okay. Understood. I appreciate that.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So basically just stay out of trouble, make sure there's no more issues and also take care of the online class and we should be good to go. All right, now.
Thank you. Yes.
When go ahead, Mr. King.
No, I had nothing. I thought you were, I'm sorry. Go ahead. My fault.
No, when we break, if you have any questions, feel free to talk to probation. Even though you're on non-reporting probation, you still can call them anytime that you have any questions. They still will reach out to you to set up the online class.
Got it. Cool.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Ms. Blakeney.
Appreciate you. Appreciate it,
Good
Blakeney.
luck,
Y'all have a good
sir.
one.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks.
You too.
Goodbye.
Your Honor, can I speak with Hone in a breakout, please?
Yeah, Monica, I'll set that up for you real quick. Mr. Dantzler,
Thank you.
directing your attention to April 28th of this year, 2026. Were you in the city of Royal Oak?
Yes.
And did you allow an unlicensed person to drive your vehicle, that person being you?
Yes.
All right, satisfied, Mr. Brennan?
Yes, Your Honor.
I too am satisfied. The plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I will accept the same. All right, so Mr. Dantzler, it looks like your license is suspended, and it's been a minute since you had a license. So let's get to the bottom of what's causing the suspension. So the idea of our program is we identify what's happening, what's the purpose for the suspension, and we try to help you develop a roadmap on how to take care of things. And in the meantime, I'm not assessing any fines and costs right now, because if you get your license back, I'm going to greatly reduce your fines and costs. And if you have money in your pocket, I want you to pay off any courts that you owe money to. That makes sense.
Yes.
So, all right, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It looks to me like you have a number of potentially unpaid tickets in different courts. But you should know that not every unpaid ticket suspends your license. It used to be, sir, that every single ticket that was unpaid would suspend your license, all right? The law changed in 2021. So only certain tickets suspend your license. Now you got to pay them all off eventually. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You got to pay them all off eventually, because you don't want traffic warrants. But if you pay the tickets off that are suspending your license first, you can go get your license and then work on paying off any other unpaid tickets, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So, Mr. Brennan, all I see that our current court suspensions are a Romulus ticket from December of 2022 and a Romulus ticket from March of 2023. So if he pays those two tickets and then goes into the Secretary of State and pays a $125 reinstatement fee, he should be back in business. I bet you, Mr. Dancer, you thought the road was longer than that.
No, I've been actually right now I'm in court for Detroit to take care of things. But it's the state of Michigan, they got a suspension on my license right now because of Detroit. So I'm here right now trying to resolve it with them.
So you definitely do have to take care of Detroit tickets, but there isn't an open ticket that's suspending you from Detroit. The only tickets that I see that are suspending you from a court is Romulus. If you pay the two Romulus tickets, you could go to the Secretary of State, get your license, and then go back to Detroit, show them you have a license, and maybe they give you a break in fines and costs.
All right.
Your Honor, that's why we were requesting Operation Drive is that I think he could use some guidance and some direction from the program.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do that for you, Mr. Dantzler. We just want to make sure that you're taking care of these things in the right order. Okay, because it could save you a ton of money if it's done in the right order, and it can get your license back sooner. So if I were you, I'd get on the horn. I'd call Romulus and find out how much you owe them. If you could pay them right away, then I'd go make an appointment with the Secretary of State and see if you can reinstate your license and go from there.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, I'll see you back here in 90 days. You're going to get a letter in the mail from us that explains the whole program. Mr. Brennan is done as of today. You'll get some specialty attorneys in our program. So if you run into any issues in Detroit or at the Secretary of State or in Romulus, you won't have to do it alone. Okay?
I appreciate it.
All right. So where are you going to call to find out how much you owe?
Romulus.
Romulus. There you go. All right. I'll see you in 90 days. Good luck.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Judge. You have a great day. Have a great weekend too.
You as well. Can you put me on mute for 1 second? So I could get a chance to speak with your client. Yeah. All right, here we go. Pamela Stewart, 2019-00660. Bejan, are you there?
Good morning, Your Honor.
You want to put your appearance on, Ms. Bejan?
Yep, Lorena Bejan on behalf of Ms. Stewart, who's
Ms.
present
Stewart,
here
are you
via
there?
Zoom. I apologize.
She's just got to unmute it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I always have a problem with unmuting. I'm here.
You're fine. You're here, and it's my understanding that Ms. Stewart has gone and acquired a valid license. Is that true?
That's correct, Your Honor.
That's great. And so the prosecutors reduced it to public nuisance, which is also a great reduction. This charge will not go on your driving or criminal record. Ms. Stewart, it's a non-criminal civil infraction. Do you plead responsible to that amended charge?
Yes.
Count 1 is dismissed. That misdemeanor is done. Count 2 is the public nuisance. The maximum fine is $500 on this. Ms. Bejan, is there anything you'd like me to know before I decide on the actual fine? I plan on reducing it, but maybe you've got some additional information that I.
Yes, yes, Your Honor. My client just started new employment. She's just kind of getting back on her feet. She was previously on government assistance. She does have 3 kids. 2 of them are adults, but she's still providing for 3 other individuals for the court to take into consideration when imposing fines.
Ms. Stewart, is there anything you'd like to say before the court sets the fine?
No.
All right, well, Ms.
I mean,
Stewart,
nothing other than just happy that I got my license back.
it's great news. There's no other way around it. It's great news and long overdue, but glad you have it now. And so the maximum fine on this is $500. I'm going to knock it down to $100 in recognition of your efforts. And if I give you 2 months to pay, is that enough time, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, 60 days time to pay. If you need more time, give us a call. But please hold on to that license, ma'am. Do not lose it.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good luck, Ms. Stewart.
All right. Thank you. Have a great day.
Take care.
I don't know how to get off of here. Sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry.
Ms. Becker, you have Andrews, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct. And Your Honor, Mr. Pavlog and I, excuse me, sorry, needed to chat with you briefly about something in the records that he was seeing.
Yeah, no problem.
But I think, I'm not certain, he may be, I'm not sure, in a breaker room. He said he was gonna come into the courtroom, but then I saw Miss Blakeney requested to speak with him, so I don't know if that's where he might be or what's going on.
Let me put you in room 15, and then I'll find out what he's got going on. Is your client here, by the way?
Yes, I had spoke with him in a breakout room and I had said, to leave the breakout room, but don't disconnect altogether. I don't know if he, is still
No,
there.
he's here. He's still in the breakout room. I just found him. I'm sorry about that, Inspector. I just found him. All
That's
right,
okay.
so I'll move you to room 15, and then I'll try to see if I can get Mr. Pavlok and join you there in just a few minutes.
So, Judge, he and I have already spoken. He, you, and I need to speak together.
Correct. I'm gonna go get Craig, bring
Oh,
him.
oh, sorry. I thought you were saying I'm gonna put you in there, Hillary, and then I'm gonna put, sorry. Thank you, Your Honor. Sorry.
We'll all jump in together.
Thank you.
Okay, so. Are you in? Not just yet. I'll step up. Ms. Blakeney?
She needed to speak with Supervisor.
Okay, so she needs to speak with her. How about Mr. Passant? Do you need to speak with
I believe
SQ?
Yes.
Mr. Passant, do you need to speak with the prosecutor?
I don't, Judge. We have an agreement. We actually put the plea on the record last time, but we already have an agreement. We're prepared to accept that agreement. Yeah.
All right, so let me just grab the file, okay?
Thank you.
Andrew's left. Devin Johnson, 2402244. Do I have Devin Johnson here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Johnson is here on, it looks like 3 tickets. Was a public nuisance. That was $150. Another public nuisance that was $150 for a total of $300. And he took the traffic class like he was supposed to, but never paid. And then there were bench warrants that were issued. There's money that was posted and then a failure to appear again. Mr. Johnson, like, these were on the cheap side of tickets. They were $150 each, and now they worked their way up to $360 because we just couldn't get you to come in and talk to us. What's been going on? Why haven't you been able to take care of these?
I was under the assumption that they were taken care of after a payment that was posted.
I'm looking at,
There's also a new ticket.
there's a $300 bond that was paid. The bond was in somebody else's name. So we can't use somebody else's bond. And you were, at least the notice here says that when you got your receipt, you were given a date to appear. So,
Yeah, which
it's
is
one of those
tomorrow.
things.
I thought my date to appear for that was tomorrow.
Are you talking about your new traffic ticket from this year?
Yes.
Okay, that might be tomorrow. Can you look up the 26 case? Your primary dealing with me on the 2 public nuisance charges that haven't been paid.
It's
Is that tomorrow for him?
September 25th at 8 o'clock.
Is it for a traffic ticket?
Hold on one second.
Is that collections?
So there's a new traffic ticket. From August 22nd, so he is scheduled for an arraignment with the magistrate on October 6th at 9:46.
What charge is that?
Changing lane without signal, no ops, no proof, no registration.
So we've got another ticket?
Yes. Do you not have the printout?
No, the only printout I have says he's got the public nuisance from 24, a disobeyed traffic signal from Berkeley this year. But that's just a civil infraction, but he has an arraignment as well.
It's for a ticket that was on August 22nd. For changing lane without signal, no ops, no proof, no registration on person.
All right, additionally, we've been receiving some information from whoever posted your bond for this case that they want their money back.
That money has been paid back, sir.
Yeah, we've received information from a Chanel Taylor that she doesn't want to post your bond anymore.
Yeah, that's my girlfriend. My apologies.
Okay, so let's make sure we've got these split up correctly. So you're only here now for the 2 public nuisance tickets that you pled to back in February of last year, 2025. You're supposed to take a class. You did take the class. All right, so we're done with that. Checking that box. So all that's left is these 2 tickets for public nuisance that were originally $300, but with late fees and everything have worked their way up to $720. So I'm willing to try to come up with a resolution that can reduce some of this for you, but we got to close this out because obviously you've got 2 new tickets that you got to deal with. Let's at least close this one out so you can deal with those.
Absolutely. I just been having troubles because I've been facing just some housing issues right now. So I'm living out the car. Just got a new job and everything. So I'm trying to get certain things like in my personal life together. So that was like some of the things that's just been transpiring right now. So with me having this job, I'll be able to, pay what's needed to be paid as of the older charges. So then that way I can focus on the newer ones that I did receive.
Can you start paying $50 a month on this?
Yeah, $50 a month.
Right.
Yes, sir. Am I allowed to come to the court to like pay it a month, or is there?
Yeah, you can pay it online, you can pay it. I'll give you a phone number to call, okay?
Yes, sir. So I'm also assuming my license is suspended.
Actually, not yet. Not that I see. Your most recent. I mean, if you don't show up for that new charge, the no proof of insurance, that'll suspend your license. So you got to make sure. And we don't have a court date tomorrow on that one, according to our records. So, Mr. Johnson, you've gotten to the point where it does get a little bit difficult to to make sure you can keep this all organized. So you're here with me today, right now, on two
Yes.
public nuisance tickets that were from 2024 that you dealt with in February of 25. They're both a total of 360. You have a Berkeley ticket that you never paid, all right, for disobeying a traffic signal, all right? That one is a balance of 195. Then you
Okay.
have the most recent ticket out of Royal Oak, and that's 4 tickets: changing lane without a signal, no operator's license in your possession, no proof of insurance, no registration. Now, those 4 tickets, one of them is a misdemeanor, so that's one you're gonna have to show up for. And that court date is
October 6th
October 6th.
at 9:46.
October 6th at 9:46. So you have to show up on Zoom that day, okay?
All right. I wrote that down and I'm gonna transfer this to my notes so it's in my calendar as well.
There you go. Okay, so I'm guessing the disobeyed traffic signal, the 26 BE 03857, that ticket that's probably on a show cause docket, I would imagine. Does he have a date for that?
That one has been defaulted, and a default judgment has been mailed to the defendant on August 18th.
On August 18th? Okay.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna wrap all these things together, right? I'm gonna wrap this Royal Oak case and the Berkeley disobey a traffic signal, so that's either running a red light or running a stop sign ticket. That's one's in default. I'm gonna get all 3 of those on a payment plan, all right? That's different from the October 6th date. That's a new set of tickets out of Royal Oak. But I'm gonna get you on a payment plan today
Okay.
at $50 a month starting. And we'll get it started, middle of the month. So we'll start it like September 15th and the 15th of every month.
Okay. Starting Sep 15th. And from there forward, the 15th of every month, correct?
Correct. But I'm gonna give you a phone number right now that I want you to call, and they'll help you set up the payment plan, okay?
Okay, thank you. I'm ready when you are.
48 246
248
246 3675.
3675. Do you mind if I read this back to you?
Go ahead.
You say 248 246 3675.
Correct.
Okay, payment plan number. Okay.
All right, so the payment plan is going to be on 2 Royal Oak tickets, 1 Berkeley ticket. And then the October 6th date is for the most recent traffic stop that you have. That's totally different from this payment plan, okay?
Okay.
All right, so give them a call on Monday and they can get you set up with those payments starting on September 15th, okay?
Okay, one last question, Judge. If is the October 6th date, is that another court date with you? Or is that
No,
with
that will
someone
be,
else?
that will be with the magistrate, I think. Is it with the magistrate? That will be the magistrate. You'll have an attorney available for you that day.
Okay. Thank you,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. SQ 2600994. Mr. Bassan, you're on mute.
I'm here, Your Honor, and Mr. Isaac Eskew, who's also present by Zoom, Judge. Mr. Eskew, can you unmute and state your name for the record?
Rescue, state your name. Mr. Eskew, we can't hear you. Mr. Eskew, can you hear us?
Yeah. I think you have to it looks like your mute button is still on. You have to unmute.
But he's actually, it's interesting, he is unmuted, but he's not, his microphone is not connected. So I don't know if his computer is connected to some AirPods or earbuds or anything, or. Like there's no microphone picking up anything that you're saying. So you might have to give your, all right, go ahead and try to rejoin. He's gonna try to rejoin. That's fine. Okay. While I'm waiting for him to come back, Inspector, are you ready on Andrews?
I am, Your Honor.
Just gotta get him back from the breakout room. There he is. Okay. Mr. Pelly, are you ready on Ketzner?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so on Ketzner. Oh. All right. Inspector, bear with me one second. I have a civil infraction that I can knock out really quick. So I'm sorry. 21-01-218, Gianni Ketzner.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Chappelli on behalf of Gianni Ketzner. Mr. Ketzner, can you state your full name?
Gianni Ketzner.
Thank you. Your Honor, date and time set for a pretrial in this matter. I have spoken to the prosecutor and my client. The offer is down to public nuisance from the no-ops. Mr. Ketzner is valid and the unsafe start would be dismissed.
Mr. Ketzner, do you plead responsible to public nuisance?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Ketzner has finally taken care of his license, which is great to hear. The counts 1 and 2 are dismissed, so there's nothing from this that's going to take away that brand new license that he received. Is there anything you want to say on his behalf before the court imposes sentence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
On behalf of Mr. Ketzner, he's got a very interesting business. He runs a rental car business. He's there now cleaning vehicles. He understands the importance and privilege of a driver's license and tends to keep it clean and make sure he addresses any matters that come up. I'm asking you to reduce his fine from the 500 to 125, Your Honor.
I'm going to make some reduction here. He has he does not have a great driving record, and he has. You know, I feel very comfortable that that he was made aware of outstanding suspensions that he had, and through your assistance, I'm gathering, took care of an issue out of Detroit, which was another poor driving allegation. So I do want to recognize the effort to get his license, but also reinforce to Mr. Ketzner that this has to end. This has to stop. Because he's got to be tired by now of losing his license. And if he keeps driving, keeps driving the way he's driving, he puts it at risk. So let's put aside that foolishness, Mr. Ketzner. I mean, you got to be tired of going to work every day only to give money to courts later. Right?
That's true. No, that's true.
All right. So I will give some reduction because he took care of business, but I can't put him in the same class of individuals who have like barely anything on their record. So I'll work with you a little bit, Ms. Chappelli. All right. All right, Mr. Ketzner. So the normal potential fine on this public nuisance is $500. Okay. Your record tells me to put $500, but your response to clearing your history, getting a valid license back, maybe we've turned the corner. Maybe we've got your attention. Maybe you now care enough about your license that I don't need to be concerned that I'm looking at the guy who accumulated points, but I'm looking at the guy who's grateful he has a license now. So that's what I'm banking on. So I'm not going to go 125, Ms. Chappelli, but I will go down to 200.
Fair. I appreciate that so much.
I'll leave it at 200. Now do something with this, Mr. Ketzner. All right. I'll give you 60 days time to pay.
Okay.
No more tickets. You work too hard for your money to keep giving it away. All right, good luck.
You're right. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Do you want to bring in Mr. Cadwell? All right, Cody Andrews, 2100137.
Good morning, Your Honor. Hillary Betker appearing on behalf and with Mr. Andrews. We do consent to Zoom video proceedings. Sir, can you please state your name for the record?
So my name is Cody Andrews.
All right, today's date and time set for a pretrial. It's my understanding that the prosecutor is going to dismiss the no proof insurance, allow the already defaulted speeding ticket to stand, knowing now that we're 5 years past the default and there's 0 points coming from it, and reduce the no license to allowing. So there will not be any negative impact on his license, and will ultimately lead to Mr. Andrews having a chance to get his license for the first time.
Your Honor, there was just an echo, so I just wanted to verify one thing. You said dismissal on the no insurance, correct?
Correct.
Okay, sorry, it just echoed on, I don't know why.
Well, it's with Zoom, sometimes it's not a perfect situation. So, Mr. Andrews, are you in my courthouse right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want to make sure that we walk through this and won't be any echoes. Go ahead and leave that room and come right into my courtroom. We'll just do it right in the courtroom, okay?
Okay.
You can leave that iPad there, someone can get it. We'll just have them walk right in. That way, I want to make sure if we explain it the right way, it's a simple, straightforward process. But nothing about getting your license back feels simple.
I explained to him that's what took a minute in the breakout room, Your Honor.
Can't be that far of a trip. All right, come on, Mr. Andrews, come on up. Oh, okay, state your name, Mr. Andrews. Okay, all right, so. All right, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes, sir. All right, please put your hand down. All right, Mr. Andrews, can you read, write, and understand the English language? Yes, sir. Can you hear and understand me? Yes, sir. Have you had a full chance to speak with Ms. Becker? Yes, sir. And are you satisfied with her advice? Yes, sir. All right, you're pleading guilty to allowing a licensed person to drive. That's a misdemeanor charge, carrying with it a maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. But it does not go on your driver record, so it will not extend or create any additional suspension. Before you enter a plea, you should understand you have the right to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you at public expense. You have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury. At that trial, you'd have the right to confront, cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. You'd have the right to have the court subpoena witnesses on your behalf. You'd have the right to testify if you want to, remain silent if you wanted to, and no one could say anything about you remaining silent. As you appear before this court, you're presumed innocent of this charge, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Mr. Andrews, do you understand that once you plead guilty, you give up all those rights that I just said that you have in a trial? Yes, sir. Once you plead guilty, there'll be no trial. You understand that? Yes, sir. Anybody promise you or threaten you in any way? Yes, sir. It's your own choice to do this? Yes, sir. All right, let's get in our time machine. January 26th of the year 2021, were you in the city of Royal Oak? Yes, sir. Did you allow an unlicensed person to drive your car, that person being you? Ms. Becker, satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
I too am satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and active. I will accept the same. All right, so count 3 is dismissed. I'm going to notify my staff to amend abstract on count 3 to reflect dismissal. So that act alone, what Ms. Becker was just able to get for you, that wipes out $318 because that was the cost of the no proof insurance ticket. Okay, so that's gone. So So what we have left is the allowing unlicensed person to drive and whatever fines and costs remain on that old speeding ticket. All right, so is that your child? Yes, sir. First one, only one? Yes, sir. All right, how old is your child? 7 months. So he's got a 7-month-old here in court, inspector, which is another reminder of why we got to help this young man get his license. Because boy, girl, little girl, she's got places to go. All right, so she's going to need you with a license, not always looking over your shoulder, not always worried. All right, I got to get her to this dance class, but I don't have a license, so I can get pulled over and arrested with her in my car. All right, and if we get this done the right way, she's 7 months old. She doesn't know you don't have a license right now. So if we get this done the right way, she'll never know you didn't have a license. All right, so Ms. Becker, I'm going to put them in Operation Drive because I want to see this followed through all the way to the end. Just so you know how this works from here. So when I'm looking at your record, one, you've never had a license. All right, do you have a license? So you've been driving them all over the place? So the way the process works, right now, the only thing suspending you, all right, the only thing suspending you was the no proof insurance ticket that we just dismissed. Now, it'll probably take like 24 or 48 hours to get that information to the Secretary of State, but we should have that off your record, and the way in which your license, all right, it's at the top right of the corner. Right now it says suspended, okay? Once we notify the Secretary of State, all right, that will move it to not licensed, okay? Not licensed is not the best place to be, but it's a lot better than suspended, okay? So once that happens, then you need to set up an appointment at the Secretary of State to take a written test, all right? Now, once you take the written test and pass it, then you have a permit. Hooray, you have a permit, okay? They don't let you right away take a road test, all right? They're gonna make you wait for 30 days, then you take a road test, all right? And then you have a full license, all right? So, well, what's your daughter's birthday? January 6th. You gotta be faster with that. You gotta be faster with that, all right? You gotta be faster, all right? January 7th, okay? There's no reason that we can't have a license by her birthday, all right? You should be able to have a license by Halloween, if we play this right, okay? All right, so Ms. Becker, obviously, I appreciate your efforts on this.
And appreciate yours and Mr. Pavlov's as well.
I think that closes the record, and we'll move this over to Mr. Angot, who actually happens to be here today, Mr. Chappelli, who's here as well. We'll take it from here. How close are you to Eastern Market? Where's the Eastern Market?
So was that your way of saying goodbye, Your Honor?
Yes, Ms. Becker, you're all set for today.
I'm
Thank
just
you.
teasing you. Everyone have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate you.
All right, so are you in Nottingham, is that right?
We can update my address, please.
Need a new. Yeah, take this to. I need a couple things. All right, you're gonna put on here in handwriting that I can read. Address, phone number, okay, that we can. So Mr. Angot will text you. All right, and make sure that you know all the ways in which you need to get your license. Also, put your phone number on there. Would you mind if you have your phone number too? Okay, in case he doesn't respond right away. All right. Here's the big one here, if you remember your phone number, because you probably put it in once, he's got your name in there. Let's see if he actually remembers it. Mr. Bassan, I appreciate your patience. We'll get to you. Just bear with me. Were you checking? Is that still Detroit?
Yes, sir.
What's the zip?
484.
48 what?
234.
I just printed out something. You grab it off the printer, please. Yes. Yeah. Eastern Market. But here's, let me hand that to you. So on September 1st next week, they have a clinic at Eastern Market. It's perfect for individuals who don't or never had a license. You could actually walk in that day, and usually United Way is there and they help with some of the fees. Because it will cost you to be able to take the test and all that, and United Way is often there able to give that to you. If you can't make it that day, that's all right, but just, you do need to make an appointment, all right? Then you're gonna need all your proofs of residency, take a look on the website, what you need before you bring it into Secretary of State. And make sure that you study for that written test, all right? You might think you know how to drive, all right, but there's all sorts of signs and railroad crossing stuff that you gotta be prepared for, because you only wanna take that test once, okay? Now, Mr. Andrews, I'm working hard to help you get your license back, but I need to know, I have one question. Are you still the guy who could drive, who's willing to go 120 in a 70? Are you still that guy?
No, sir.
Okay, because I don't have time for that guy.
No, sir.
All right, now I'm gonna write that off as a one-time poor decision made by somebody who was 20 years old at the time.
Yes, sir.
All right, but you've moved on to bigger, better, more important things.
Yes, sir.
All right, now this guy, I'm willing to help. All right, I'll see you back here in 60 days. Now, the good thing is that with our program, I'm glad you showed up here in person, that's great. With our program, we do everything on Zoom, to make sure we can save you a trip down here. What's your daughter's name?
Kaomi.
What is it?
Kaomi.
Kaomi?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, we'll get him his license and it'll be his turn to drive, okay? All right, thank you for being here. I'll see you in 60 days. Good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mr. Cadwell. 600596.
Ready, if I may, Your Honor, John Emery, bringing the Joseph Cadwell, stands to my left.
Mr. Cadwell, state your name. All right. Today's date and time set for sentencing. Mr. Angott had advised me that there might be some additional requests related to this. My only concern, I think I expressed it to you, was just the impact that this pending case would have on our ability to sort of accomplish some of the things that you were asking. So I just want to get an update from you, Mr. Angott.
Well, Judge, what I asked the court to consider is one, order a work release tether should my client be released on the bond of the other case. Work is to him the most important thing that he has to look forward to. Judge, I will note this as well. I have spoken to his boss via telephone. His boss sent me a letter via email, which really praised Joseph, his dedication to the job, and what he's actually invested in becoming the professional mechanic that he seeks to be. So I've spoken to Mr. Cadwell's mother. I've spoken to Mr. Cadwell's friend, with whom he shares an older child. And He has a place to go. It's not where he came from. It's a house in Detroit. Everything's set up for success, but for the fact that he's standing here in cuffs. So I think part of the success, Judge, is what I spoke to you about. Some form of oversight, at least guaranteed oversight. The best place for that to happen is this court. And so what I've asked you to consider is both the work release tether. The court is aware of the JAWS program in the jail because he's not going to be released immediately because of the environment. That's something he wants to participate in. There's also a child parenting class that's available in the jail. He's looked into that, and that's something he'd like to accomplish as well. So whatever this court is willing to do at this point, I'm asking you to put off sentencing. I don't know how detailed you want me to get into our conversation of what we're looking going forward.
I think that's, I know there was a desire to have this on probation. There is as we discussed, a very simple route. He was going to ask this court for time served. We're basically at the 90 days. The court would certainly take that into consideration. That being said, I do have the option potentially to put him on probation if that's his desire, to have the sort of structure and accountability. I'll leave that door open as well. But I can't put him on probation while he's sitting in the jail cell.
Understood.
And so my plan today would be, since I always had him on a personal bond, the only reason that I turned it into a cash was to try to help with giving him credit. So I can always convert that back to a personal bond with a tether, because I think the circuit court, even if they reduce their bond, they're never going to give you a bond without a tether. Okay. So I'll amend the bond back to the personal bond with a tether prior to release. And if he remains in custody, I'll indicate that I have no objection to him participating in jail programs. I don't know if they do that without an actual sentence from the circuit court, but if they do, I'm not going to stand in the way.
Thank you.
And if he is able to get a bond reduction, so like for now, I will adjourn the sentencing again to September 24th at 11 a.m. But if he gets out on bond on the other matter, then we can start a probationary term if we wanted. So all I would ask is, Mr. Cadwell, if you get released on your felony case on a bond, let Mr. Hancock know right away, he'll let the court know, and then I can bring him in for sentencing, and then do the sentencing with him at that podium rather than sitting right there.
Yes.
Mr. Cadwell, is this what you want?
Yeah, could I just speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, the way it works in Oakland County Jail is that they will take the judge's sentence or recommendation very seriously. So if today you would consider recommending me specifically to be enrolled in the parenting and co-parenting classes and the JAWS mental health support program, as long as I'm incarcerated, with the understanding that it will be my responsibility to continue getting mental health help in the community. And then we're requesting that I get a work release tether, specifically a sheriff's tether, that would allow me to work in the community. So the idea that we're trying to send both to the county jail and to Judge Nancy Green and also to your honor is that I'm willing to accept oversight. I understand that I need to be proactive about my sobriety and take responsibility for my actions. And if I'm willing to accept some oversight and strict conditions, then there's a much stronger chance that I'll have the opportunity to work in the community while I'm resolving these outstanding charges.
Well, I put the following note: amend bond to personal bond with tether prior to release. However, if you remain in custody, the court has no objection to Mr. Cadwell participating in any jail programs, including child classes and jobs.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do you have to specify, Judge? I'm just curious as to what type of tether. The only reason I ask is the work release tether, I believe, doesn't have cost associated.
It does.
It does.
The work release does, like home confinement.
I'm sorry, you're right. Work release does.
Okay, whatever you guys do.
So basically, they're not gonna give him a work release tether until he's officially sentenced.
Right.
Okay? What they would give him is a pretrial services tether, which would allow him to work.
Okay.
As long as the court allows it, which I would have no issue in work.
Thank you.
All right? So we'll see you back here on the 24th or maybe sooner.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you very
thank
much.
you.
Judge. Appreciate it. Yes,
Yes, sir.
thank you, Judge.
All right, he'll be here next time. Very good. All right, Isaac Eskew. It should be relatively quick.
I'm here, Your Honor.
2600994.
And good
Yes,
morning,
Your Honor.
again. Yeah. Well, good afternoon at the time, Your Honor. Attorney Kevin Basampi, 71061 on behalf of Mr. Isaac Eskew. Mr. Eskew, state your name for the record.
Isaac Eskew.
Okay,
Judge,
so all we need to do today, Mr. Basant, is just adopt everything that we did the last time that we were here and formally place the plea and accept the plea. So I just want to confirm, you and your client are asking me to accept the plea that was offered on 8/27 and impose the probationary terms that were imposed that day that the court has held in advance.
That is correct, Judge, under HIDA.
Correct. All right, so 8/27/26, court accepts plea and adopts all terms of probation that I have placed on the record previously. And just to run through it again. It's 12 months of non-reporting probation under the Homes Youthful Training Act. You'll need to complete 15 hours of community service, attend an online drug and alcohol education class, one-page essay on his personal professional goals, no alcohol, marijuana, or illegal controlled substances. He's subject to testing, meaning his probation officer can call him anytime. No new criminal behavior, no bars, clubs, liquor stores. My goals here are to reduce the risk of recidivism, obtain additional education, and understand the consequences of offending behavior. Probation will get this all set up with Mr. Eskew. My expectation is that he will comply with all these terms and then put us in a position where we could consider not just discharging him from probation, but dismissing it under the Homes Youthful Training Act. This is the last time, my hope is that we are ever making a public record. Going forward, any reviews, I'm hoping any reviews that we have will be successful ones, meaning they'll be non-public with nobody aware of the nature of this case. We're protecting your future, Mr. Eskew. We just need your help in doing it.
And so, Judge, just a few questions, only because my client is in Pennsylvania at Penn State University. I just want to be clear so there's no confusion or misconceptions. One, after today, will he have to contact probation, or will the probation department reach out to Mr. Eskew?
He should contact them. They will also try, but I would think it'd be best to be proactive. So the phone number is 248-246-3670.
And my second question, Judge, is that the actual probationary order, just so we can have it clear, is that something that the court could send me as well, or is that possible?
Yeah, I think that all he needs to do is ask that they send it to you, and they will.
Okay. And then final question, and I know this is something that he can establish to his probation officer, but all review hearings and turning in documentation and proof of him completing the essay and everything else, is that something that he should give directly to his probation officer, or do you recommend
Yes.
that he give that? Okay.
All that, see, he won't, so he'll have a probation officer that he can stay connected with. He just won't have to report to them every month unless it becomes an issue and he's not in compliance. He's going to have to be more proactive about it. He's going to have to, but he has a go-to person. He'll have a contact person that he can send completion, and I'm allowing him to study at Penn State. Despite how I feel about the Nittany Lions, I'm allowing him to stay out of the state of Michigan. So Mr. Eskew, we're rooting for you despite that. So all joking aside, there is lots to be hopeful for. You made the wrong call, all right? But that doesn't mean that you're doomed to make wrong calls forever. In fact, part of the greatest lessons in life come out of a situation where you made the wrong call. So let's see what we can do about making good ones going forward.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. I'm extremely grateful. I will never put myself in a position like this again. It's been an eye opener for me, seeing how it can affect my future, but also the people who care about me. So thank you for the opportunity. And can you repeat the phone number that you said briefly?
Yep, 248-246-3670. And council, I'm also going to set this for a potential final review on June. Actually, we moved this, so 9 months from today, August 27th. 9 months, 270. So no, I think we're good. We'll still set it for June 2nd. And if you notice, that's earlier than August 27th. And that's because I'm hopeful that you will demonstrate your quality and I can get you off probation early. So I'm betting on you right now. So our final review is not going to be a full year from now, but it'll be right after you get done with your term at school. We'll see each other. We'll talk about the success. We'll close this out and dismiss this. Good luck.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you so
Judge.
much,
I'll
Your
be in
Honor.
contact with my client. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, everybody. Okay, Matthew Holm, are we ready on this one? 2601060.
Edith Blakeney on behalf of Mr. Hone, Your Honor. This is the date and time scheduled for pretrial. Your Honor, I don't see my client on here. I know he was at the public library in oh, okay, we're ready to proceed. Sir, can you unmute and state your name for the record?
Matthew Leo Wiat Hone.
All right,
Your Honor,
Mr. Holm. Go ahead. I'm so sorry, Ms. Blakey. Go ahead.
There was an offer to reduce this to public nuisance. My client will plead responsible.
Okay, Mr. Holm, the public nuisance charge is a non-reportable, non-criminal civil infraction, just carries a fine. Do you plead responsible to that?
Yes, sir.
All right, count 1 is dismissed on motion of the prosecutor. Count 2 is the public nuisance. Ms. Blakey, anything you want to say on his behalf before the court sets the fine?
Yes, Your Honor, we would ask if you could reduce the fines and costs as you are able to. He's 41. He's on medical leave. He works at Little Brother Burgers full time. He has some significant health issues. He's worked at that place of employment for the past 7 years. Does have a criminal history, but it's old and it's nonviolent. And we would just ask to reduce the fines and costs. And he does have valid insurance as well, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Holm, the prosecutor, the fine on this is normally $500. The prosecutor recommended $200. I do recognize there have been some significant health issues that you have faced. And so I'm going to dial it down a little further. There still needs to be a fine on this, but I'll take it down to $150. So that should offer some assistance for you, Mr. Holm, and then I'll give you 90 days time to pay.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, sir, and hoping for a full recovery for you. Take care.
Thank you very much. I hope so too.
Thank you. Good luck, sir.
Thank you so much.
2601115.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear, Your Honor. Do you say Richardson?
Not yet, Richardson.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay.
That's another civil infraction plea. I got to take a full set of facts on Ms. Richardson. So, are we ready on Mata, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, and I have to apologize. I'm actually in the hospital. That's why I'm not in proper attire. So I do.
Are you
apologize.
okay to, are you okay to continue?
I am. I'm here with my dad. He's 91. I had to take him to the hospital.
All right, well, of course, I'm gonna excuse that, counsel. You worked out a resolution where your client's gonna be responsible to the civil infraction of public nuisance, is that right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Mata, to the charge of public nuisance, do you plead responsible?
Yes, I do, sir.
All right, obviously, as this is a tremendous reduction from a, certainly from a misdemeanor that would, I think, be very difficult for Mr. Mata to have on his record to a civil infraction. The prosecutor has indicated that although they are in agreement with the reduction to civil infraction, they are asking for the $500 fine, which I'm sure was discussed with you, counsel.
It was, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Mata, if I give you 60 days time to pay, is that sufficient?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Mata, I want you to recognize this. This is, this originally was a disorderly conduct, urinating in a public charge, okay? That is not going to make you public enemy number one, but it certainly would be embarrassing to try to explain on your record, and so just be mindful, think about circumstances, where you're at, just use this as a reminder of why it's important that if you go out for a particular night, that you can't abandon all, good decision making. Even if you make the good decision not to drive, you still have to make other good decisions. So just protect yourself. Your attorney has worked out a situation where you're not going to have any long-term negative impact, but just make sure the lessons remain, okay?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
All right, good luck. Thank you, counsel, and good luck with your dad.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, Stephanie Richardson, 2600693.
Good morning, or good afternoon, Your Honor. Edith Blakeney on behalf of Stephanie Richardson. Your Honor, my client agrees to participate virtually. Your Honor, there was an offer from the city to reduce this to failing to report. My client will plead no contest because of civil liability. Ms. Richardson, can you state your name for the record, please?
Yes, my name is Stephanie Richardson.
All right, Ms. Richardson. Looks like they've offered a reduction to failing to report an accident, which is still a misdemeanor, but it is a 0-point offense and does not have the devastating impact that a hit and run would have on your driving record. Is that what you'd like to do, ma'am?
Yes, it is.
All right, Ms. Richardson, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do swear to tell the truth. Yes.
All right, please put your hand down, ma'am. Okay, so Ms. Richardson, can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear and understand me?
Yes, sir.
Have you had a full chance to discuss this with your attorney?
Yes.
And are you satisfied with her advice?
Yes.
Pleading guilty to failing to report an accident, that's a misdemeanor charge carrying with it a maximum possible fine of $100 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. Before you enter a plea, you should understand you have the right to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you at public expense. You have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury. At that trial, you'd have the right to confront, cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. You'd have the right to have the court subpoena witnesses on your behalf. You'd have the right to testify if you wanted to, remain silent if you wanted to, and no one could say anything about you remaining silent. As you appear before this court, you're presumed innocent of this charge, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Ma'am, do you understand that once you enter a plea, you give up all those rights that I just said that you have at a trial?
Yes, I do.
Once you plead guilty, there'll be no trial. You understand that?
Am I pleading guilty or no contest?
You're no contest.
Oh, Miss Blakeney, I didn't see that.
I did say yes, no contest, yes.
I'm so sorry. It wasn't on the plea form. Ms. Richardson, thank you for stopping me on that. So yes, once you plead no contest, do you understand that you give up all those rights that I just said that you have at a trial?
Yes, I do.
And once you plead no contest, there'll be no trial. You understand that?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Anybody promise you or threaten you in any way other than the reduction in charge?
No.
Is it your own choice to do this?
Yes, it is.
And that makes total sense to me, Ms. Blakeney, a no contest plea for civil liability, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you'll stipulate to use of the ticket and police report?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm satisfied that there's a factual basis to establish that on or about April 29th of this year, 2026, Ms. Richardson was involved in an accident and did not immediately report the accident as required by law. With that, are you satisfied, Ms. Blakeney?
I am.
I too am satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I will accept the same as to sentencing.
Your Honor, my client does not have any criminal history. She's worked for Oakland County Schools for the past 4 years full time. She's been married for 37 years, has 3 adult children, is 57 years old. She's been beyond compliant with bond, Your Honor. We would just ask the court to assess fines and costs.
I mean, Ms. Richardson, this could have, this is a situation that could have gone badly. And so I am grateful on a number of fronts that this, didn't end up in something more serious, and that you were able to be put in a position where there isn't, the serious points on your record, the serious and negative connotations that could come with that. There'll simply be a fine on this and allow you to move forward. But I'm sure, Ms. Richardson, you've already been thinking about this and dwelling on this. And so I'm hopeful that you don't ever have a situation like this come up again.
Yes, sir.
So, and I'm hoping that today, by, following through on this and accepting responsibility and being held accountable, that does allow some of the weight, which I'm sure has been hanging on your shoulders, to dissipate a little bit. All right? I certainly hope that for you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
It's a sentence of this court that you'll pay a $100 fine with $100 in court costs and $125 in state costs. I don't think it's necessary to put Ms. Richardson on probation, nor do I find anything here that suggests that she needs to go through any other type of assessments. I think simply the fine and the weight of this matter has served its purpose. Ms. Richardson, if I give you 90 days to pay, is that enough time?
Yes, and do I pay it right there at the Royal Oak?
Right at the courthouse, yep, right there.
Okay.
All
So
right,
it's a
good luck,
total of
ma'am.
325.
325. 325.
Okay, thank you so much.
Good
All right,
luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon, everyone.